that Nigerian woman is one in a million. She's first on the continent, and if you permit us to say, she's first in the world, because she has what it takes to navigate over 250 ethnic groups and diverse cultures and counting, and she does it with dignity. Patience.
You're right, Thelma. The Nigerian woman is a fascinating blend and of rich and modern values. I mean, her beauty, her resilience, her strength, and her complexity shape the very fabric of our society.
Wow, I'm proud to be that Nigerian woman.
Absolutely.
Just like you two, because we are able to look to the east, the west, the north, and the south. Whether it's from the marketplaces to the palaces to the conference rooms, we sit down with confidence and agility day in, day out. And something tells me there's no stopping us.
All right, it is Weekend Deal, your favorite weekend show, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. We are still celebrating the Nigerian woman, and of course, we don't do celebration without music. Hope you know that. You know, this show, we like to pump it up, and to help us pump it up and bring on the fire is no other but the amazing Salako. So we're going to see his profile. He's here, we'll see his profile and get the show started. Let's see his profile.
Well.
Welcome.
Welcome to Weekend Deal. That's the Afro Jazz Virtuoso. Nice one.
Let's go.
Would I be in there? No man, no cry.
Oh, God, come on.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No woman, no cry. Would I be there? Patience, listen. I remember when we used to sit, yeah, in a government yard entrenched down. And your G will make the fire light. Love would burn it through the night. And we will make carnival parade, of which I'll share with you. And my feet is my only carriage, so I've got to push on through. But while I'm gone, you say, everything's gonna be alright. 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 Say, whoa, yo, yo. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Whoa, yo, yo, no woman, no cry.
That peculiar Nigerian woman, well, Salako has celebrated you today in the most amazing and genuine way. And we say, well done. And it truly is going to be all right, especially if you stay with us on the show from start to finish. A group of our friends, members of the NTA family, went out on Friday to spend some time at NTA Art Gallery, you know, from creative to creative, especially as she was celebrating the Nigerian woman in her peculiar way. What a way. Well, I know Uma was there, Magdalene was there, Gloria was there, and the woman that sits at the helm of affairs and programs family did say she will be there. Let's see what they put together.
The Female Artists Association of Nigeria, FEAAN, recently held their annual International Women's Day art exhibition at Nike's Art Gallery in Lupe, Abuja. These amazing expressions of talent featured various female artists and their creative artworks in honor of the International Women's Day.
She's trying to couch her niche through life. So she's trying to identify herself before the society comes with its backlash and overwhelming demands. So the title of this work is called Identity.
We're built differently, and the painting says it all. There's fire, burning fire, and there's water or ice or liquid, you can call it. So the difference, and yet coming together and form synergy.
This was inspired by Maasai young ladies that are graduating to become women. I love their costume, especially their beads. It's titled Indigenous. So I use it to showcase different types of cultures and traditions of Africa.
Ulukulububa, that's what I called it. It means butterfly, but Ulukulububa means butterfly in Igbo. What inspired it is the strength a woman carries. I had that in mind. I had in mind also to pay homage to African tradition through this woman that has plaits on her hair. The plaits, shows the intricacies of the hairstyle. And then, this portrays grace as well, the strength African woman carries, the mystic. Then the butterflies symbolizes spiritualism, fruitfulness.
Through the exhibition.
Many artists spoke about their work to give a deeper understanding on the creation of their art pieces. The FEAAN, which was started in 2001, gave female artists in Nigeria a safe space to explore their creativity without prejudice.
With Hisham, he's a complex personality of someone I know. So in the first painting, the one at the down part, it's a poppy flower. It has several colors. It has blue, which is for creativity, dreams, and mystery. The red and the black is for death. When the soldiers pass away, they have fields of poppy flowers to give them that respect for them honoring their country. So in this particular painting, there was a twist in all that I put all those colors in one because it's showing the complexity of his character and mine.
The idea in this work is to show the abduction itself, the forlorn faces of those who were eventually released, and then the potential that these girls would have had or would have attained at this moment. And then the whole idea behind the dry tree and the birds is to express the stunted growth and the freedom that they have lost while in captivity.
The name of the artwork is Enough to Go Round. I've been a kind of person that has been bothered about how greedy we are as a people. We compete rather than collaborate. We're always about ourselves.
This has given rise to an influx of brilliant female artists of all ages around Nigeria to display their work. Throughout the years, NTA has given unwavering support to women in arts, and for this, the Female Artists Association of Nigeria, FEAAN, has honored NTA with the award for outstanding institutional support for women in arts.
Congratulations to Nigerian television. Very nice. Thank you very much for this award. NTA is always committed to amplifying the arts, especially female artists. And now that we celebrate International Women's Day, it's a great time to accept this award on behalf of our TG and all of the staff of NTA. Thank you.
This award was accepted gracefully by our Executive Director of Programs at NTA, Tari Taylor, who not only showed immense support the entire event, but supported an NTA staff, Umar Mohammed, who also, a brilliant artist, exhibited her work.
NTA winning this award is very well deserved. We are grateful for the recognition, and we will continue to do more to amplify these voices, these well-deserved voices in the art community that need to be amplified.
The title of this work is called The Golden Birth. This is an abstract piece. I didn't make it into a realism, but the golden birth is not actually because of the golden glitter. It's because of these colors that we have here. And do you know what these colors represent? These are the exact color wheel of an immunization chart. Because if you don't have the creativity, even if you have all these avenues that I mentioned, you will not be able to perform and produce anything that will be enticing to your viewers.
NTA is very grateful to be a part of the wonderful exhibition and hopes to be a part of future exhibitions for the advancement of the female artist movement in Nigeria.
See, and there's no time to be a prouder Nigerian NTA woman than now. I mean, that was my elegant EDP, Tari Taylor, representing the Director General of NTA at the exhibition. And one thing is, when women gather for anything at all, be it creativity, be it business, they take it to another level. Do you see the depth and the movement? I mean, they looked simple, but when the artists began to describe them, they took us to another level. And that one thing again, NTA, we keep receiving awards after awards. We might not be scrolling it round best TV station of the year, but trust me, the accolades, the awards are coming in. And I say congratulations to us as NTA. Now, the Nigerian woman has been described in so many beautiful and pleasant adjectives. She is warm, she is caring, she is spicy, she is a fashionista, and so many more. What exactly stands the Nigerian woman out? What are the peculiarities? Our backgrounder by Francis Ogbe will tell us more. Stay with us.
Motherhood has always been central to the identity of Nigerian women, but the expectations and responsibilities of mothers have evolved over the years.
In those days, traditionally, the mother is only known for domestic and traditional roles, taking care of the home front, agricultural support for the husband, and then taking care of the children. The mother then has no voice. She's never heard. But presently, in the era that we are, today there is increase in education. Today there is a movement from the rural area to the urban cities. Why? For a better life, for a better living. Today, the mother shares responsibility with the husband.
As modernization sweeps across Nigeria, some cultural traditions should be preserved and passed down from mothers to daughters to maintain a strong sense of identity.
The generation we find ourselves now, even as mothers, we have not really hold on to such values that were like inheritance to us from our mothers. And then our food. You can see, even mothers now, because of civilization and education, we go on this fast food, junks. We go to eateries and feel fast, you know. We don't have time. There is no patience to really sit down and say, let me make this food that we used to make. You see a young lady, she will dress with just a brassiere stripe kind of hand. We call it spaghetti. Maybe wear trouser or wear just a short, and she's going out. And ask her, she will be going to a very important place. Look at it. Where is that moral value of dress sense in us?
While Nigerian women face many external challenges, they sometimes contribute to each other's struggles in subtle and overt ways.
These days, women see themselves as competitors. Instead of you appreciating what is good in the other woman, and her appreciating yours too, and bringing it together to get a result, we pull each other down. We gossip, we castigate, we blackmail, we say things that are not supposed to be said. Why? All because you are not the one that is at that place. So why should the other person be there? So I think we should have a rethink. We should look inward. We should be our sisters and brothers' keeper.
To change this narrative, Nigerian women must be intentional about uplifting one another.
Women should learn to develop themselves. Women should love to appreciate themselves. Women should learn to communicate. It's only when we talk with ourselves we'll be able to get results.
One of the most effective ways Nigerian women can strengthen each other is through mentorship. The importance of women guiding and uplifting one another cannot be overstated.
Whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, as a mother, as a woman that have experience, there are women down there that you can bring up. And then in our workplace, we can mentor. What is killing us in mentorship is this gossip syndrome. I have a problem I want to share with you, but I don't know who you are. Instead of you helping me out, mentoring me to really gain what I want to gain, I become a topic of discussion. So you see, it has made a lot of people to withdraw, that even if they are dying, they don't want to share their problems. Mentorship is key.
The Nigerian woman is unique in her resilience, strength, and ability to balance tradition with modernity. Therefore, our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on the peculiarities of the Nigerian woman.
I was reading somewhere recently that women hold up half the sky. Of course, you know it's a figurative expression. It means that there's hardly anything that surmounts and succeeds that the woman is not a part of. So imagine if we were to gather and utilize our strength to celebrate each other. One, lift one, carry one, move with one, we will go the distance and beyond. Still talking about this amazing group of people, the woman. We're going to Kano now, and let's talk about mothers. Okay, we birth children, but beyond that, what are the other amazing qualities that stand mothers out everywhere they are, especially in Nigeria? Kano will take it from here.
Mother, the most formative influence on and plays an integral role in child's upbringing. She gives care and applies necessary discipline on the child as he ventures into future.
Mother is the one that feeds the child, provide him with basic necessity needs, teaches him how to dress, how to speak, how to interrelate with other people in the family, in the society, and even community at large.
A child that receives proper home training often grows up to become more productive. He behaves well and becomes so much endearing to the people. That child will in the future impact positively to the development of not only the family, but the society in general.
If a child has a great impact of his mother in terms of socialization, he will be fully engaged in the community activities. Wherever people are doing things, he will go along with them, he participates in it fully.
Today, it isn't easy, however, to train and imbue the right forms of character and attitude into a child as he grows up through all the development stages into adulthood.
A mother should always set an example to their children in such a way that the children should play a role of emotional intelligence. They should have feelings of respecting elders. They should obey rules and regulations as set by their mothers.
When you conceive a child, when the child is growing in the uterus, the child moves. When it moves and you tap him, the child becomes stable. That is how the training starts. And when you give birth to the child, and the child is doing some things by crawling, wanted to touch something very bad, you say, "Kai, leave it." It is also a training. And whatever the child does, your knowledge or your attention is always on that child.
It is the duty of the mother or the parent. Whenever the child starts interaction with others, you have to make sure that you know what the child is doing outside. Any character that you doesn't understand it, now you have to even separate your child with that interaction.
However, a mother, more than any other person, becomes so much dejected and feel much frustrated when her child becomes a wayward in character and a nuisance in the society.
There was a mother who was left with huge amount of money, and her husband was there, was alive, but due to that absence of motherly attachment, absence of motherly training, most of her children became deviant in the society because they were being spoiled, because they have money, they are very rich, the children have everything, but they lack motherly training, motherly attachment, motherly care. So at the end of the day, they end up without being good to the society. They become prodigal, they become nuisance to the society.
There is no doubt a child raised up in a decent and disciplined family tends to become a hero in future and a relevant team player, and the mother becomes the captain who, in the end, lifts off the trophy on behalf of the team, that is, the family.
Mothers will continue to remain important. Thank you so much, NTA Kano. It is time for us to get the conversation started, and we are blessed again today with two beautiful, regal-looking women. It is my honor to introduce the first woman. She is an Ace TV producer, a woman who is breaking grounds in the entertainment industry. She is a producer of 40 and Fabulous. What that show does is that it allows us women to embrace our ages and be elegant at doing that. She's also the CEO, Mothers of Models. Let's meet Jolly Nina Abani. Her profile is next. You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
And you know, you are a family member.
Yes.
Because this is not your first surgeon with us. But today is today is bringing us together in a very special way. Because we're celebrating what you do, what other hardworking women out there are doing. And we'll do it together. Of course, with your comments and experiences being shared via our iPad. You know now. Well, another special woman is here, so amazing. She's been doing, loving, innovating, and breaking grounds for women at all levels of all ages for quite a bit. In fact, it goes back to her secondary school days. Let's meet, greet, and make welcome Dr. Olajumoke Adeniyi. She's a facilitator of knowledge at University of Abuja, but she's also head of operations, Hassan Foundation, and a gender advocate. Her profile, we'll see it first, and then we get to meet her. Welcome to Weekend Deal.
Welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you for having me.
I just like how women, we can be everything, so many things at the same time. We are the mothers, we are...
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just explain what I say, woman is...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's
right.
who we are. And you're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start with you, Dr. Jumoke. Most times we women cry that we are being objectified in the society. Why? Because I know you're a gender advocate. That's why I'm throwing that at you. Why is that, and what can we do to actually stop this being objectified as women?
Thank you very much for having me also. I think being a woman is a privilege. It's a rare gift, and you do not... This is something that has always been from time immemorial. We have a very key role, number one, in making sure that a child comes into this world. And we are not each other's enemy whenever we talk about, because I like to come also from the faith perspective. We have a common enemy who likes to also make the woman feel threatened, because there's so much inside of you to birth. When you give a woman a seed, she multiplies it. You give a woman a sperm, she gives you a baby. When you give a woman money, she's going to make you a beautiful and a good home. You give her money, it's not the money that you get in your plate. You get a very good pot of soup.
Yes.
So there's this ability for a woman to multiply, and when there is something special about you, it is normal to have some sort of envy, let me say so to say. And this is not to say that the men are envious. No. We have men, we have
real men. We have he for she's.
Yes.
I've come in contact with a great number of them. Let me say our very president is one of them.
Okay.
Our very His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's a he for she. You see somebody who allowed his wife to stay in about role for several years as a senator. And this is something that I believe every man out there should copy, should inculcate. We also have men. I mean, there were people that allowed us to come here for this show this morning.
Absolutely.
Those are fantastic men. So we should not always let the society make us feel objectified. No. Whatever it is that we're getting, it's not because you are a woman. True. It is because you can do it.
Yes.
And there is something inside of you. There's that ability. We should not allow them feel, oh, we're trying to be an imposter. No, there's nothing like imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is actually fake. It doesn't really exist. So we should not allow them make us feel that we're less of what we have. Instead, go to that table knowing that because you're a woman, doors will be open to you because you're special. Number one, your appearance. You do not look like the common, straight figure of the man. There is something about the woman that you need to harness your potentials. You have the capacity to get people automatically even mesmerized. I'm not saying using it as a tool negatively, but there is this subtleness that comes when you see a woman step up automatically. Use that as your own strength. Don't look at, oh, they're going to threaten me. That should not be your own at the back of your mind, but you should come there saying, okay, I've got something to offer. I'm capable. I can do this. I'm stronger than I know. I'm powerful than I think. I can do whatever it is that I make up my mind to do. When we have the I can mindset, then we'll stop looking at whatever it is. There will always be obstacle. There will always be, if you try to make a movement, of course, there will definitely be something trying to, force is always going to be there when you try to move uphill. So whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, you will definitely face the obstacles. But what matters is what do you do with it? Your own extra gift, with your own touch, that feminism touch that makes it stand out.
A woman is 40 sometimes. Some insecurities crop up. But teach us, tell us, share how to celebrate the amazingness of getting that 4 in front of your number and climbing upwards and owning all those numbers with pride and dignity.
All right, let me share this. When I started with the 40 and Fabulous reality TV show, I called a few friends. I know we're all 40 plus. And one of my friends said, no. If they know that I'm 40 now, nobody will come to marry me. I'm not married. Please, I will not join. I said, please come. I want women to understand that age is actually a privilege that is denied to many.
Yes.
A lot of people want to be 40, 50, 60. They didn't get it. And they will pass on. My friend Anne, the president of Abuja Jazz Club, a giant, a lioness, just passed on just like that, with all that strength and everything. So age is a privilege that is denied to so many. So when you have it, enjoy it, be proud of it, say it, you're welcome to 40 and Fabulous. So the season 1, nobody want to come on board. After season 1, everybody's saying, I'm 40. I say, oh, you're 40. So we've been able to make women celebrate their age. So if you're 40, 50, and you're looking beautiful, plus for you, that you're 40, 50, and you're looking younger than to deny your age. So there are some women that life, marriage, religion didn't allow them to fulfill their career choice. So this is the reason why 40 and Fabulous was better. So you can get up and start, no matter what the time is. Anybody that tells you that it's late, tell the person that he or she is not the timekeeper. Only the timekeeper knows.
Strong words.
I'm running with this.
I mean, we're running with this.
So the timing, okay, you have morning, afternoon, and evening. So only the timekeeper knows.
On the time. The timekeeper knows where your time is. Nobody should pressure you into thinking that it's too late. Own your age, celebrate it. And we keep saying something. Age is nothing but a number. So we want the numbers to count, but I know that we don't want it to like this, but want the numbers to count. We'll go on a break. Our guests here. The conversation is just getting started. Don't go away.
Sweet mom. mother, I no go forget you. For the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, I no go forget you. For the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. When I dey cry, yo, my mother go carry me. She go say, my pikin, waiting you to cry, yo, yo. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Stop, stop, make you no cry again. Yeah. Dun, doo, dee, doo. Doo, dee, doo. Doo, dee, doo. Doo, dee, doo. When I dey cry, oh, my mother go carry me. She go say, my pikin, waiting you to cry, yo, yo. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Stop, stop, make you no cry again. Sweet mother, I no go forget you. For the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah, sweet mother, I'm not gonna forget you. For the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. For the suffer where you suffer for me.
Stop here. We continue to hear more because I was going to go to why is it that when a man decides to play to women, if you know what I mean, the two women will fight, not even talking to the man who came to you and came to me. And then we are disgracing ourselves, and the young man or the man is talking to the third woman. Before we go into all that, we'll go to NTA Ibadan, and our focus will be on why mothers are important.
The passing down of traditional cuisine and cooking techniques from one generation of women to another is a powerful way of preserving cultural heritage, fostering emotional connections, and empowering women. The role of grandmothers in preserving and passing down food traditions cannot be overemphasized.
The uniqueness of my food or of my soup is that my pepper, I use to grind it with sandstone because it has a certain taste. So, and also locust beans is very important in a soup. Any kind of soup is very important because that's a different taste. My grandchildren like to come here during the holidays because of the soup.
We prepare our okra soup known as ila alasepo using fresh ingredients. Locust beans called iru add a rich savory flavor that enhances its taste. The soup is traditionally cooked in a local clay pot known as isasun over a firewood stove. This cherished recipe has been passed down to us by our grandmothers. Okra soup is a special local delicacy, and as the saying goes, good food makes a peaceful home, a wisdom that has ensured its preservation across generations.
Findings have shown that most ladies learned their cooking prowess from their grandmothers.
We youths, we normally go to the supermarket to get some of our things, but she makes sure I got all my things from market.
A major soup recipe handed down from one generation to another is ila alasekpo, which is common in southwest Nigeria and made from okra vegetable.
I learned this from my grandmother because whenever she has no money, with a little money that she had then, she will cook the soup. And you see, the soup is major one in Yoruba land. Ila alasekpo is very, very important. You cannot rule it out of our food. It can be eaten with amala, eba, ẹ̀kọ, and other salads.
She wants you to learn, which means when you learn, you will be able to teach your own children because she like her grandchildren. So I'm very, very happy to be with her in the kitchen. That is my grandma's pot.
What then is the significance of traditional cooking and passed down recipes?
To use granny stone, the taste will be quite different with the person that use blender.
My mother passed this recipe down to me, and I will make sure I pass it down to my children. Locust beans is what makes my food special.
Indeed, there is something special about Grandma's pots.
Grandma's special pot. That's the package we got from Ibadan in Oyo State. You know, when we had Madam Baobak here some weeks back, I was asking her, you need to start putting your recipes, journaling them, putting a compendium. Because those special recipes our great-grandmothers had, they have watered down over time. So it's so nourishing to see what Grandma is doing for Ibadan. And our grandmothers, the whole nation, we all have their special recipes.
Yes.
When we can't find ingredients, we'll go and put another one inside. We're diluting those ingredients. I'm talking about our grandmothers. You know, times past, women, argument, real imagined, it doesn't last beyond 1 hour, 2 hours. Good feelings have come again. She will come and bring vegetable to you. She will hit you. I can remember my grandmother and her sister. She will just go, see. Is that different? But then she pulls her or whatever, everything is settled. Now we have real and imagined issues. Women will frown face from January to December. So my smile at you is not even genuine. How did we get from our great-grandmother's time to where we are now? You were on the healing process. Continue from there. Then you work on the inside, but you are living on the outside. Come from the inside, come to the outside. How do modern-day women marry sophistication, success, achievement, with what is most important, that sisterhoodness that has traversed generations and enriching women up till today? We will not be here today if our great-grandmothers did not nurture their inside to the outside. They were healthy in and out. We too must develop a healthy out. How do we do it? We've heard very nice ideas from her. You are sitting with women where you are, telling them how to stay healthy in. How are you nurturing them to stay healthy out?
Thank you very much. I think, you see, when there was this, you have to love people the way you love yourself. So you have to start by showing your own self-love. It has to come from inside. It's not something that you try to, you can't give what you don't have. I feel that women have gotten, maybe because of the lot of demands that is now placed on them, you want to give yourself to this, you want to give yourself to your child, you want to give yourself to the family, you want to give yourself to your work, your business, and you're not taking out enough time to nurture yourself and really listen to your body, take out time to rest sometimes, because when you're overwhelmed, it's a natural stress response that you just become cranky. You become cranky unnecessarily. You're not taking care of yourself, number one. Number two, how do you see yourself? How do you see people? How do you see humans? Are they just to be used? Are they just to be loved? What's your perception? Sometimes we see that the generation has transcended from loving things and then using people. No. People are to be loved, and
Please explain that again.
Loving things and using people. Okay. It's not supposed to be.
So
you're not supposed to love people. You're not supposed to love things. You're supposed to love people and use things because we can't do without them. We can't do without people. You have a business. You want your business to scale up. You need people. Yes, people will step on your toes. If you do not want your toes to step upon, you do not have to even come into this world. You have to stay in your room. But we have to develop what we call emotional intelligence. We have to develop this strength that comes from within, so that you will not easily get picked at I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but and at the same time, you have to look at, okay, what is it that is inside of me? What is it that makes this person so special? Even whenever we look at people, let's allow the first impression, not just we should leave our own mindset behind and let's believe the best of them. Okay, so this person there's something good about this person.
Most times, she doesn't have love from home. Sometimes it could be different reasons. So I think we all need to get healing, you know. So when you have those women or the children, please speak to them. Let them speak out, you know, so they can drop whatever baggage that is there down, go back to that self-love so they can give back. And so when you're clean inside out, then you can give. Like you rightly said, you cannot give what you don't have. So I'm saying that women, especially when you don't have a purpose, as a human being, she's a presenter, you are a doctor, I am a mom. Find something, you know, that you're passionate about. When you have a career choice. Some women, like I said, don't have career choice, even at 50, 40. Their husband will open up this cup business. They will dump it for this one. After 1 year, the shop is changing. When you actually have a career choice, a purpose, and you're working on it, 24 hours won't be enough. You won't even have space for the hate. Like me, before I know it is morning, I'll be asking these people, so it's morning and I didn't finish yesterday. So when women want more, when you want to rediscover who you are, the purpose, why you're here, you will have less time for your husband, even children. You'll be begging people, honey, I won't do a lot of this because I'm doing this. Children, please, I need, who is taking care? Camera to check my kids. Because you're too busy. But when you don't have a career choice, you're not even helping the man you're with. You're not helping your family. You're not helping yourself. You'll be bitter with yourself. When you see someone that is doing okay, because you're frustrated, you carry your frustration to people. But when you discover what you love and you do it, the fact that you're doing what you love, the fact that you want to take it to another level will keep you busy. And bitterness will reduce. Thank you.
As women, to do an emotional audit of who we are. I know you have a wife and there is a mother. So what are these peculiarities about these women you love? What's special about them? What stands out to us as Nigerian women? Tell us about that.
Well, I've been surrounded by women all my life, and I was telling someone yesterday that major advancements in my career were actually facilitated by women.
Wow.
All my life long, man. I have two girls. And yeah, so in my house, I feel like I'm the only guy in the house.
He for she. He for she.
I have two girls, my wife, my mom. So I feel like I'm surrounded by women, and they've been taking care of me all my life. And it's a privilege. It's a privilege, actually. And I see that growing up, I grew up with a single mother. Okay, my dad passed when I was 6. So I was raised by my mom, and I saw the way she went out of her way to make sure that our 3 boys were strong. Our 3 boys did well in life.
Mommy, we love you already.
So I can actually relate to when I say sweet mother, I'm thinking from a place a place of understanding. Yeah. And I see this in a lot of women. They go out of their way to make sure that they keep their home, they keep their children. And if you say society failing, check it out. Maybe there's no mother. There's something shaking there. You know, yes. So I feel like Nigerian women are strong. They are resilient. Nigerian women, and they are beautiful.
Oh yes, we are beautiful.
Yay! We have these mini docs that enrich our conversation along with our amazing guests and your messages. And guess where we're going now? NTA knowledge. Full of knowledge, Abby. The focus now is on this. Let's reduce our voice, patience. Pull her down syndrome. Pull her down. Pull her down. She's not meant to be there. Who is she? Who does she know? What does she wear? Don't pull her down again. NTA knowledge has captured it and more. Let's see what they have.
In challenging certain traditions and patriarchal norms, we often identify more with the narratives of women being marginalized.
Before she is a woman, she's first and foremost a human being. So her human rights are there. So she's a human being before we know whether you're a boy or a girl. So I think definitely it's not a good syndrome. It's not something we should encourage, and we should go out of our way to change those social norms.
You do not know that when you give space to a woman, you're giving space to a community, you're giving space to a family, you're giving space to a nation. Because like I always say, a woman does not represent only herself. She represents everybody who is behind her. There's a community that is behind every woman, regardless of where she's from and regardless of what she does. So just understanding those concepts that are really underneath, we begin to have a broader view of how we should support ourselves as women.
Older women who definitely have gone through this, who definitely can mentor these young girls who are coming up, for them to also be able to, will I say, get to understand who they are, and definitely allow the society to define them or the limits they can go. Then when you see that happen, I tell you, whether in the workplace, you see more women, you see more of this young generation we are seeing right now, really coming out and doing good things, great things for our nation, that before we know what is happening, the 50% of the left behind before definitely will be contributing to the growth of the society.
How else do I want to say it? We need opportunity. I mean, if you look at the population of this country already, we are, what, 50%, almost 50%? If you don't give women opportunities, you're not giving half of the population opportunities. That already is a major problem. I think it's extremely important that as we're going forward and setting initiatives, we're going forward and setting opportunities, we must put a gender lens into what we're doing and get to the point where we begin to mainstream women into whatever it is that we're doing.
Knowing that women are more vulnerable, considering the various factors ranging from socio-political to economic factor, how can women have more opportunities to thrive?
I understand what it means to be pulled down. I understand what it means to be in a situation where it doesn't really serve me. So instead of using that as a way to pull people down, I've used it as really a stepping stone and a bridge to support women. One of the things that I've come to realize is entrepreneurship is a tool we can use to get to equality faster. And so for the last couple of years, I've really just dedicated my life to serving women through entrepreneurship, using that as a tool for women's economic empowerment. I believe very strongly that if you put money in the hands of women, they can do things better for themselves and for their families. And so really the work that I've done has really been around, capacity building for women, has really been around financial inclusion for women, ensuring that they're able to get financing for their businesses, Also, I've run an NGO called Wevo Foundation for the last 5 years, which is really dedicated to supporting single mothers, because those are women in the society that society really doesn't cater for.
But I tell you that the main custodians of customs and traditions, social norms, are men. So if you're able to reach them, to make them understand the benefits of actually empowering a woman, we want our men to live longer. We don't want to see it as it becomes a norm. They tell you, oh, the man dies before his wife. To see that when you bring a man and you're able to let him understand the benefit he will get, getting his wife empowered, knowing fully well, even if he's a billionaire, if he dies today and that woman is not empowered enough to take care of the family, then I can imagine how he will feel.
Obviously, in the progression of human civilization, the protracting hurdles and success of women in measuring up to balance the status quo remain unquantifiable.
Don't let society, don't let social norms, don't let gender stereotypes ever make you believe not to believe in yourself. Because I tell you, Nigeria will go nowhere. Even the world will not go anywhere without we actually maximizing the potentials of women.
Stay resilient, keep doing, be you, and collaborate. Happy International Women's Day 2025.
The word collaboration have been mentioned on this show over and over again. Let's not compete. Instead of pull her down syndrome, pull her up syndrome should be what we should practice as women. Now, I know the society is evolving, but there's one peculiarity our mothers used to have that I miss, kind of, because I'm now a mother. When their eyes used to talk, you go out with your mother, they say, come and eat. And she'll be smiling at the person who's asking you to eat. And she looks at you. See, and nobody will tell you that hunger will disappear. When you are misbehaving, there's the way your mother will look at you, like, hey, I don't die for house today. This is why I do.
I know something now, Patience. You give your children that eye now.
That's what they
pretend. Even if you told them at home, they'll pretend you understand.
Talk to Nigerian women, just a word. Yes. Especially that you'll soon leave us.
Okay.
Thank you. I would like to say to every Nigerian woman out there, because there's something about Nigeria, the most populous country in Africa, over 250 million people, having the opportunity to grow up in this kind of environment speaks of one thing: resilience. You don't get to every country and see 250 million plus population. It takes resilience to grow up in this kind of society.
Yeah.
It's a society, you were born here, you were made here for a purpose. This is your land. This is your first land of authorship. Own it. Own your nature. Don't try to be like other people. You are Nigerian and you are tenacious. There's tenacity in the Nigerian blood. Own it. There is nothing, the land is green, it's a blessed land.
It is
Look
green.
for your niche and own your niche. This is your land. This is the only land where you get to stay in. And then nobody can tell you to leave. This is your father's land.
Yes.
Wow. It's not like where you have to, yes, if you want to jackpot, it's good. But make sure that you have a reason to do that. If every one of us go, what are we going to, who is going to build this place for us?
Thank you
Don't give
so
up
much.
on who
Thank
you are.
Let's put our
Believe in that potential.
Let's give
and
it up
then
for
let it
our
become a
DR,
reality.
man, our
Good
doctor.
one.
Man, we love
Thank
you. She's leaving us soon, but as she's gone, we'll take her views from the streets. Thank you for coming. We love
Christy.
you.
Christy, for having me.
Just from the streets, yeah.
It's been an honor to have you in our midst.
My mom taught me to be a home builder by knowing how to manage finance. I started saving money way back in primary school, if I'm not mistaken. My mom taught me when she give me money, she will ask me after some days, the money I gave you, where is the change? If I tell her this is the change, she say, please keep the change. When next I ask you, you give me. So I got used to saving money from what my mom taught me. And my mom taught me how to cook. I'm a very good cook. And today, I have daughters, 3 of them. They cook very well. Even my son cooks very well.
She taught me on honesty, that whatever it is not my own, I should never take it. And whatever it is wrong, I shouldn't do it. And I should learn to be very prayerful. She taught me how to keep a house very clean, very neat, and very habitable.
She taught me how to pray, which I always pray with my children, and prayer is key, which has also helped me to be where I am today. And I'm glad I'm prayerful because my children are also prayerful, which have really helped build our lives.
She made me to understand that in the journey of life, I don't have to determine my pace with other people's pace. And this same value is what I am also imbibing into my children.
She taught us a lot of, to make a lot of dishes, both Ijebu dishes, Ikokore and Co, and Ilorin dish, Amala, Gbegiri, and Ewedu. She was a very friendly woman. She was our friend. And the same thing that she imbibed into us, I also passed it to my daughter. And she is also married. She's a very disciplined mother, very good mother to her children too.
Her encouragement over the years has helped each one of us to get to where we are today in life. Even when we go wrong, she's always there to kind of correct us, but then show us that this is the way we should go, and she does it in a nice way, which makes it easy for her to obey her. And she's someone who has a forgiving heart. One of her values, forgiveness. She is quick to forgive and quick to ask others for forgiveness. And that is why even though we offend her, we go time and time again, she forgives us and she embraces us and tells us not to do that again. That doesn't mean we don't get the discipline we deserve. And so because of that, I've also learned to be firm with my children and also to show them the right path to go.
Okay, so our queen is here. Your last words before you go.
All right, I would say, woman, I wanted to sing it like a song, but next time, dare to make your voice heard. Woman, use the power within your reach. to build an enviable country or home, or help that man who is your husband, son, father, who is the leader. You know, if you're a wife to the president, you know when the time is right to make him change a few things. If you're a mom, sister, lover to the leaders, please, let's support them, pray with them, direct them, and use that power to change the event for better tomorrow. Let's be proud women. Let's be proud mom, sister, wife, lovers. Let's not be in competition. Even with the men, we are not to compete because we are their helper. You can't compete with someone you need to help.
All right, Salako, sing us away. Let's go. It's time to go. We love you, Nigerians. Thank you for being part of our show. Bye-bye. Hey.
I'm a country one day. Don't sabia to I'm a country one day. Oh, I'm a country one day. Don't sabia to I'm a country one day. So yo mula, tell my mula sha. So yo mula, 14 fabulous mula sha. So yo mula. Patience mula sha, so yo mula. Oh, so yo mula. We can do mula sha, so yo mula. Damn mula sha, so yo mula. 14 fabulous mula sha, the season mula. Yeah, do. I'm a country one day. Don't sabia to I'm a country one day. So yo mula. Mula cha, so yo mula. Mula sha di mula da bamboya. Mula sha mula do bida bada do mula. Come on. That mula sha la 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 la. La 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 la. So yo mula. Woman, oh women, hey, women, we celebrate women. Women, we celebrate. Say women, we celebrate. We celebrate women all around the world. Celebrate in Nigeria, women in Abuja. Celebrate mothers, we celebrate. Mothers, celebrate. We can do, I'm a country one day. Woo! Thank you. That was good.